Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. So today we are going to be doing a twin flame reading, and we record these readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on this channel. So if you didn't make it to the live reading with the live chat feature, be sure to tune in on those times and days if you feel guided to do so. I have to tell you, from the minutes I hit record on this reading, what I keep seeing is a masculine who is just like standing right in front of me, but not saying anything, just silently observing, silently watching. So right away, I'm picking up that there may be a feminine listening to this reading who has this, I'm hearing, pervasive sense. Call it a sixth sense, an intuitive sense, that although there may be a masculine who is not necessarily communicating as much, or even for some at all in the physical, there is this sense that I'm getting this like tingling on my back. It's like this feeling as though someone is standing behind you, but there's no one there. But of course, symbolically, metaphorically, it's this feeling that the masculine energy is really heavily on you, feminine. And yet something in the physical I'm hearing is denying. I keep hearing denial as well. So hopefully we'll channel more on that dynamic later on. Someone being in denial here. Angel of Strength in the midway position. From this card, I'm getting the image of a feminine. For some reason, by the way, I keep seeing brown eyes for a particular masculine. Obviously, these details will not connect with everyone. And as I always say, be sure to only take if I can speak here, what resonates with you from these readings and leave the rest. But I'm also sensing someone here who might be very tall. So there could be a masculine here. I heard someone say close to 6 foot or over 6 feet tall. But again, only take what connects. I pick up on the strongest energies coming through at certain moments, which is how I get so many different details for different people. I'm also getting a woman or a feminine energy with brown hair, specifically someone with medium brown hair also. Anyway, strategy in the upright position. What you are feeling, feminine, whoever I'm picking up on here, who is feeling this observance energy, I'm hearing watching and waiting to make a move. That's what I feel coming from this masculine. For some reason, I heard 𝗨𝗺𝗺𝗃. Just someone who is silently watching. I'm getting some kind of tiger imagery here. So I don't know if a tiger is significant to someone. This also could just be kind of symbolic here, like a tiger waiting to I don't really know that much about tigers specifically, but kind of waiting to pursue its prey or something like that, which I know sounds like a really strange kind of primal animalistic comparison. But I feel that I heard driven by instinct. So that might be the connection point here with the tiger. It's like a tiger watching its prey, waiting, observing, waiting to act on instinct. So I feel that there is a masculine here who is very much in this kind of observant space, planning kind of space. But also there's something about him being really guided and driven by some kind of internal instinct here. I'm hearing a protective instinct in some cases towards the feminine that is really beyond his understanding or control. I keep seeing him about to move his mouth, like he's about to say something. There's something on the tip of the tongue of this masculine, and hopefully that comes through later in the reading. Also, I'm getting that someone might be seeing a lot of the numbers 21 and 12 here. And I heard that if you're seeing these numbers, it signifies the completion of some kind of cycle, just like the calendar year has 12 months, and that is the completion of an annual cycle. I kept getting this message meditating for this reading that something between the masculine and feminine here is either coming full circle or being resolved, specifically coming to the surface to be resolved. But I'm hearing that feminine, you are sensing this resolution, this full circle thing that is about to happen that I feel hasn't yet fully manifested itself in the physical world, which is why, from the perspective of the feminine, I feel this can be very frustrating and confusing because you are seeing all of these signs. You are sensing, again, something here that is coming full circle. This masculine in this observance energy about to come forward and say something or make some kind of a move. Being pulled by his heart, with woman holding a heart upright and man holding a coin upright. I see a masculine rising into his true, I wanted to say power, but really the word that came through is his true nature. It's like, I hear him saying, feminine, you are bringing me back to myself. Also, this is a bit of a side note, but there is a masculine here getting very nostalgic for something from his past, whether it's his own childhood, his early days, or his past with the divine feminine. But regardless of whether or not these past memories involve the divine feminine, this is part of this masculine's return back to their true self. I feel a masculine just saying, I want to get back to the last time I felt anything. And I have to tell you, feminine, if you have a past, I'm getting chills all over already. If you have a past in the 3D with this masculine, then this moment he is speaking about, this time when he last felt like himself, was that time that you spent together in the physical world in the past. And I see a man who is just like smiling and crying or tearing up at the same time, looking at old pictures, because that is the warmth and the emotional reconnection he's feeling to you, feminine, again, especially if you share some kind of past together. But even if you don't share a past, even if you haven't met in the physical world, what's happening for this divine masculine is I'm hearing he's breaking through the layers of everything he tried to be and every version of himself he tried to put on that wasn't truly him. And he's getting back to the core of himself, but he's being pulled by you, feminine, who has this tug on his heart, again, regardless of whether you've met, shared memories, or your level of interaction in the physical world. Because with woman holding a heart, I really heard woman leading by her hearts. I heard the example of her heart. So I feel that something about you, feminine, is a profound inspiration for this masculine, but I felt a twinge of emotional pain for some masculines along with that. I feel like some masculines, I heard addicted to the pain. I'm addicted to the pain of loving you. So interesting. Yeah, action in the reverse, inaction, like not moving, but just watching. That's definitely what I'm getting from this masculine. Someone might be seeing the number 444 or the number 44 here as well. And sacral chakra in the reverse position, afraid to be vulnerable, afraid to open up, but at some point having no choice. Because with temple path upright, it's their divine path. They're being pulled by their heart to open up, to take action, even though their ego would be more comfortable staying in this state of inaction. They can't, because again, going back to that instinct, it's in their nature, it's in their soul blueprints to move forward. I'm hearing this masculine on a higher self level say to this feminine, it's our destiny, it's our divine path. And I don't know if this masculine would actually refer to it I just saw the number 36, by the way. That might connect with someone. Or the number 136, or those numbers in some combination. But I feel this masculine saying, for some reason I heard him say, join me at the temple. And I feel this could be a past life memory coming through for someone of like Athens or ancient Greece or somewhere that you could have been in the past with this masculine that involved a temple. But this also could be speaking to somewhere you've been in the astral realm or even between lifetimes as souls. I feel that might just unconsciously kind of activate someone in some way, but that won't be for everyone. I'm also getting something about like floating lanterns or floating lights here, but also potentially someone seeing orbs that might connect, or finding orbs in their photos or videos, or something that could signify the presence of spiritual energy, or specifically the presence of their divine masculine's higher self here. But again, these messages will not be for everyone. I should note also, this is the number 12 card. So the number 12 coming out again here for someone. Envy in the reverse position. I'm going to regret it forever if I don't come forward. That is the energy that you are feeling, feminine. If you've been feeling this heaviness, or you've been feeling as though there is this like masculine who is on the verge, on the brink of something. I'm hearing that for some feminines, this may manifest as restless energy, specifically emotional restlessness, feeling a bit, I'm hearing also emotionally impulsive or indulgent, like wanting to just sit in their emotions or wanting to do something that makes no logical sense, just acting on pure emotion. If you've been feeling this way, feminine, and not really knowing why, this could be energy that you are picking up from the masculine here, because this is absolutely his energy. And actually, I'm getting, feminine, that a lot of what you might be feeling at this time in the physical that I'm hearing might not be making sense to you, could be coming from this masculine. It could be an energetic transference, as we know is very normal and natural between twin flames. I'm getting something about a pink stone or crystal here, as well as either blue eyes, green eyes, or some like light colored eye color here. Happy family upright. This is the reunion card. So everything that you are feeling that isn't making sense right now in the physical world, I feel is this, I'm seeing two paths that are being like forcibly, and by forcibly, I don't mean this in some kind of a negative way. This is divine will. This is, I'm hearing the divine hands of fate here at play, forcibly in that sense, realigning two paths that may have appeared to have gotten very separate. Now, in the extended version of this reading, I am going to be channeling more information on what this masculine is debating, coming forward and doing or saying, what is so heavily on his mind at this time that you, feminine, might be feeling. So the link to those extended messages is in the pinned comment and description box under this video. But it absolutely has something to do with, I'm hearing, making some kind of return or coming back. Coming back suddenly is what I'm getting for someone, because walking away reversed here came out, and there's this kind of impulsive and emotionally reckless energy around this card that, again, some feminines I feel are intuitively picking up on here. I'm getting something about a long white skirt or dress here for someone also, and also two children for someone maybe involved in some kind of situation. And a rainbow. Someone I feel has gotten symbolism of a rainbow either in their life or potentially in their dreams. So again, I will be channeling more from this particular masculine, what he may be wanting to say, what he's debating, or what is heavily on his mind at this time, in the extended reading linked under this video. But for now, I do want to go ahead and move ahead into the feminine energy here. The number 1516 may also be relevant to someone. And as we've already been saying for the feminine, once again, a strong message from your guides, feminine, first of all, is to really clear your energy at this time and to ground yourself in the physical world, whatever that looks like for you. And the reason for this, the reason this is so imperative, especially right now, is because I'm hearing you have the tendency to float emotionally, mentally, to become very spaced out. And the reason for this, I'm hearing to become distracted, is another way it might manifest for some feminines. The reason for this is because I'm getting this message from your guides that so much, in fact, almost all of these feelings of distraction, confusion, emotional confliction I'm getting for some feminines, feeling ungrounded, almost all of this is energy being transferred from your masculine. And by grounding yourself, you aren't only clearing your own energy, allowing yourself to be able to focus more clearly on the world around you and live in the present, but you're also assisting your masculine in, I'm hearing, grounding this connection and stabilizing and moving forward into some kind of an action mode here. Making a choice, being more decisive is what I'm getting. It's like this strange dynamic of divine feminine when you turn your focus and attention inward and really focus on yourself, on caring for yourself with yin yang in the reverse position. I'm laughing because, as you guys know, this is I would say, one of the 2 top twin flame cards in the deck, but really it's the number 1 twin flame card. I mean, these symbols of yin and yang are the traditional masculine and feminine energies combined into this symbol. However, this card is reversed, telling me that some of the, I'm hearing, unbalanced or off-kilter energy that some feminines may be feeling, again, could be something that is being emotionally or energetically transferred from their divine masculine counterparts. So for some reason, the word shaking came out here. So I heard wavering for someone. Someone might be getting cold all of a sudden out of nowhere, or overheated all of a sudden, having these temperature changes is what I'm getting. Feverish. I'm hearing that someone may have felt feverish. Interesting. And I'm hearing this could have to do, of course, excluding possible medical causes. This could be related to energetic shifts happening through the masculine, but specifically there's something about the heart center here. It's like these radical shifts in the emotional energy moving through the masculine's heart chakra, actually affecting bodily temperature of the divine feminine here. Let me know if that connects with anyone. I feel this might just be for a few people listening. Rest and rejuvenation reversed. So another thing that you might be experiencing, feminine, that could be coming from the masculine are continuing changes or alterations in your sleep schedule. Specifically, I'm picking up on someone who either has difficulty falling asleep or I'm hearing wakes up and finds herself, not wakes up, but it's like you half drift off to sleep and then you wake up finding yourself thinking about your divine masculine. Or even for some, if you're connected through social media, this will only be for a few people, but someone here might get the urge to look at their masculine social media pages or photos of their divine masculine at night when they are about to go to sleep. I actually see someone like trying to fall asleep, but then they actually go to reach for their phone and do this. And this might be something that you have either started doing more frequently or that you don't do regularly. And I feel that I'm hearing you are feeling the masculine thinking heavily about you at nights and trying to figure this out. That's what I hear from this masculine. Like, I am just trying to figure out who you are to me. But really, the word I wanted to say was remember. I'm trying to remember who you are to me. And I feel that, again, for this masculine, part of this involves going back into past memories that are making him both, I'm getting that image again I mentioned earlier, smiling, and crying at the same time, whether these are memories with you, feminine, or just past times in his life. But once again, that message of, I'm going back in my mind to the last time I truly felt anything, which if you've connected in the physical with this masculine and then separated, I'm hearing it feels to him like his life has been on hold since that point of separation, regardless of how much it's looked like he has been moving forward in the physical. I hear him shaking his head saying, it's a lie, it's an act. None of it matters. 𝗨𝗪 in the midway position, no material things, success, accomplishments, or money in the world could buy that time back. For some reason, I got something about living on borrowed time. Our connection was living on borrowed time. This feeling of, there could be someone who had this feeling like their connection was doomed. I'm hearing doomed from the start for some reason. Of course, this isn't the divine truth of the situation. The number 16 may also be significant to someone. This also could indicate someone meeting their person as teenagers or late in high school. But again, this won't be for everyone. I feel this masculine has moved forward in the physical world. So if you were to look at like snapshots of his life through time, if you have been separated or over the last how many months or years, you would see this movement forward on the surface. But beneath all of that, he's never truly moved beyond. Again, either moved beyond these past memories of when he was truly happy. I'm hearing he hasn't really ever felt anything since then, when it is now compared to how he feels for you, feminine. And something about his own pain is actually reconnecting him with his own emotional experience that he's been trying to resist for a long time. I have to tell you as well, I just saw the number 222 also, but for some masculine, I have to say that I feel that I heard self-created pain, because I feel that from the perspective of a feminine, and this won't apply to all dynamics, but if there has been some kind of separation, I feel there is this sense that the masculine, I'm hearing through his inaction, through his procrastination, through his choices, created some kind of distance between himself and his feminine counterpart in the physical, but always kind of kept this on hold with action in the midway position. It's like, I'm not taking action on this now, but I'll leave it on the back burner. And someday it's always going to be you, feminine, is what I hear this masculine saying. Like that was what was in his mind. However, I feel that the feminine finally chose to no longer live in this limbo state where she and the masculine are kind of both in this states of indecision, uncertainty, kind of in flux here. And I feel that in many cases, a feminine here chose to shut off his access to her energy, to move forward, to be decisive in some way, either emotionally, energetically, or literally in the physical world in some way that this masculine may have not wanted to do himself. However, I heard the masculine say, it's like, I know that I created this, but you delivered the final blow. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. With fifth chakra, with throat chakra in the reverse position, the energy I'm getting is of a masculine holding a feminine in limbo with kind of sparse communication. I'm hearing breadcrumbing, like just enough to keep her going. Just enough to keep it alive, but barely. It's like our love was starving. It was on the brink of death. It was barely alive, but you gave me just enough to give me hope. Just enough hope to keep our love breathing, but barely. And finally, it's like the feminine, from the perspective of the masculine. Of course, I'm speaking from a very 3D perspective here. But from the perspective of the masculine, it's like the feminine delivered the final blow. And I feel the feminine saying, but it's like, you were barely keeping me alive here. You were barely keeping this love alive. So I didn't even really know if you wanted it. There's something about sparse communication, like communication that happens at random intervals, but then potentially that a feminine kind of really pulled back from or blocked off in some way, or that one person blocked off in some way. Let me know if that resonates in any way. But I had always been planning to come back. I'd always been planning to move this forward, is what I feel the masculine saying too. It's like, to justify his own inaction to himself, because what he's in right now as a result of that inaction is a lot of pain. But the thing about that pain is that it's actually his greatest healer. It's his greatest catalyst. It's the pain you have after some kind of a life-saving surgery that may have caused pain, but ultimately leads to greater healing. And specifically what is pushed, or what this has pushed this masculine into a strategy upright, is this, I'm hearing planning stage, strategy stage. So yeah, 𝗙𝗵𝗺 in the upright position through pain, through emotional pain, I've realized what I really truly want here, which is you, Divine Feminine. And another card just flew out. Third chakra, the solar plexus chakra. I'm hearing a masculine say either I'm getting my life together or I'm rebuilding my confidence in order to come forward, because you deserve me to come forward fully, completely, with my whole heart. I'm hearing if I want to move forward, I need to do it with all of me. I feel that in other connections, this masculine may feel comfortable or fine with coming forward when he's not fully ready, or when he doesn't really have the best kind of offer. But the reason for this is because he may not have valued these other connections. It's strange. I'm getting this masculine who may have been faster to commit to other feminines or within other connections because they didn't feel the same depth and therefore didn't see the same value within that connection. But I'm hearing this masculine say it's just difference when it comes to you. When it comes to you, feminine. I'm going to see if we can get a card here from the Lovers Oracle, but in the extended version of this reading, I will be channeling more love-specific messages from this masculine as well as from the feminine. Also, it's funny, we tried to read into the feminine's energy here, but the thing that is so challenging is your energies are so intertwined. And of course, as twin flames, they are always intertwined, but it's something about something having been activated. So it's like the theme of kind of this reading, and what I'm getting is something here may have kind of been sitting there beneath the surface for a while. So it's like for months or years or however long, you feel each other, you sense each other, but maybe there isn't this activation of the connection. I'm just hearing the word dormant, like something may have felt dormant, which may have allowed one or both parties here to somehow convince their human minds that they had made all of this up, that it wasn't real, that it wasn't really a soul connection, or whatever the case was. But the truth of this situation is the connection was always just as strong and powerful. It's just that for a while, it may have been, again, sitting there beneath the surface. And I feel now, though, it's being activated. So when we read into the feminine's energy, a lot of what we're getting is actually what is coming from the masculine. Because again, feminine, your guides are telling you that just so much of what you are feeling in general is what your divine masculine counterpart is feeling. Even I'm hearing daydreams that you might be getting, visualizations, dreams may actually be direct transference from your masculine. But again, in the extended reading, I will be channeling more into the conscious thoughts and feelings of both the feminine and masculine, as well as the love messages they would like to say to one another on a higher self level. And that extended reading will be on Patreon, which is linked in the pinned comment and description box under this video. But I am going to close this reading by pulling a few cards from the Lovers Oracle. And the cards I'm getting here are power. And I saw a lot of solar plexus energy with this card, because the solar plexus is thought to be the powerhouse of the energy body, what really pushes us forward. And I'm hearing what pushes this situation forward is a mutual reconnection with your own inner power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. And I'm hearing that this is the power that again truly pushes this connection forward, pushes you each onto this highest path that ultimately intertwines you with one another. It is the choice to fully listen to and follow your own inner voice, your own intuition, wherever that appears to lead you in the physical world and within your connections, regardless of what your ego mind might be trying to tell you about that intuitive voice or that intuition. Regardless of, in some cases, even if that temporarily appears to lead you away from your counterpart in the physical, it's like choosing to follow your own intuition above all else, even beyond, even above your own fears and attachments in connection with your twin flame counterpart. This is, again, ironically, what really pushes this connection forward. And this card says, deep in your hearts, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. I feel this strongly as a message of guidance to the masculine, this masculine on the brink, on the verge. I feel this coming from the divine feminine's higher self saying, you know what to do. Our souls planned this moment. We decided what to do before we even incarnated here. And I feel this feminine just saying to the masculine on a higher self level, remember what you are supposed to do at this fork in the roads. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So I feel this as a message of, again, especially for the feminine, with all of this energetic intensity happening, this message of continuing to really hold your grounds, because by grounding yourself energetically, clearing your energy field, listening to your intuition, tapping into your own power, this is how you continue to hold the space for your awakening and rising masculine counterpart here. So I feel this is a beautiful place to close this reading. Of course, we will be channeling many more specifics and details in the extended version of the reading, including what this masculine is debating, because I do feel this heaviness around a masculine really in a state of pain emotionally or regrets and feeling right on the brink of saying something or doing something. And also in the extended, we will be channeling more conscious thoughts and feelings from both counterparts at this time, as well as higher self love messages, what they want to say to each other on a higher self level. And again, all of that extended information is on Patreon, which is linked in the pinned comments and description box under this video. Otherwise, I hope that something here connected with you personally. And if it did, be sure to leave me a comment under this video and let me know. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day. And I will talk to you again in Wednesday's twin flame reading.